Earlier this morning, I drafted a fantasy football team, a best ball team, where I had to draft all players who ran a 40-yard dash of 4, 5, or slower. Unfortunately, I drafted 5 different players who ran a 40-yard dash quicker than a 4, 5. And thus, the rule was decided this morning that I, Erik Beimfohr, must eat one hot dog today for every single mistake I made in my draft earlier this morning. So that's what we're going to do this afternoon. I'm going to draft a fantasy football team. Hopefully, you guys join me. And I'm going to eat a shitload of hot dogs. I'm not excited. Don't ask me how I'm feeling because it's not good. But let's go ahead and draft this team. But first, I appreciate you, Versaire. I need some moral support. I know I showed it during the intro, but we got the 5 hot dogs here. Bun, mustard, no ketchup. Not a psychopath. We got the hot dogs here. For any of you that are wandering into the show wondering what the fuck is this guy doing eating a bunch of hot dogs? Why would anyone why does this make any sense? If you go look on the Spike Week YouTube channel, you will find a few years ago, I believe it was 3 years ago, on 4th of July, myself and Rob Coakley, who does work for us at Spike Week. You guys all probably know him. He does a show with myself, of course, and Sunday morning shows every week. We did a 4th of July show where we did a hot dog eating competition while we drafted. It went about as poorly as you could probably imagine that it would. I think I ate 8 hot dogs. I don't remember how many Rob ate. I do remember Rob threw up on the stream. We live streamed both of us getting in the same draft and eating a hot dog every round until we could no longer do it. And that has in our little Spike Week bubble lived on in infamy. Hot dogs. I'm not kidding you. I have not eaten. This will today, right now, live on YouTube, will be the last time. The first time, or hopefully the fucking last, will be the first time that I eat a hot dog since then. I think it was 3 years ago. Let's just look it up real quick because I'm stalling. These are hot. I just grilled these. I just grilled these hot dogs. I even toasted the buns. We got real fancy with it. YouTube. I don't need what do you oh my god. I can't believe this is showing up. Spike Week hot dog. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So 2 years ago, best ball hot dog eating contest. 1 hot dog for every pick. Go if you want to see what the hell drove this and why all these crazy people in the chat are so obsessed over the hot dog thing. This is where it's all coming from. We're going to draft over on Drafters. I would love to fill a Drafters main event if you guys would prefer a $2. The $2 is 0 out of 12. The $20 is 2 out of 12. You guys, I will continue to stall. You guys can pop in the chat if you would prefer a $2 or the $20. I do not care. Either way, I am here to draft probably a horrible team while I eat just a lot of hot dogs. Jason just Jonathan wants to do a main. Jason, all right, let's do it. Let's do a main. I'm with you guys. 5 more. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, sorry. I apologize, Mike. Mikey boy. Everybody else piped in, and Jason says the main is at 6, main is at 9. We'll be filled here. I don't have any rules for like how quickly I have to eat these. But as you guys know, a draft takes about 45 minutes. My stomach will be full before 45 minutes, so I think that they probably got to go down quicker. Right? I can't wait till the end. I'm truly terrified right now. If you watched the show earlier this morning, so this also stemmed from, for anybody, God damn it, we're full. All right, so I got about 45 minutes from now before I got to eat this. I got to eat all this. If you're wondering, also, like this is a deep cut in terms of a bit for a fantasy football draft stream. You're wondering why it's hot dogs, and then you're also wondering why are you even doing this in the first place? This morning, we did our weekly draft stream where I spin a wheel. Users in the Spike Week Discord submit, my friends, my compadres in the Spike Week Discord submit what we call rules that I have to draft by. I spin the wheel with all the rules on it, and I have to draft a team according to that rule. And we've had rules like you can't draft anybody over 6 foot tall. You can't. My favorite one was the very first rule that happened, which was a real mind bender. Every single player you draft has to have their last name starting with a different letter. You know, there's stuff on there like got to draft the running back in the first 3 rounds, can't draft the running back until round 10. There's all sorts of stuff on the wheel. This morning, the wheel actually malfunctioned, and I took a rule from my good friend Hacker, the CTO of Spike Week, that said you must draft. Every player must run a 4.5 40 or slower. So no one could, right? 4.49 is off limits. 4.5 40 or slower. And I embarrassed myself. I'm really not upset about any of them except we had a total brain fart on Omari and Hampton. That was just terrible. That was bad. The rest of them, Rashad White ran 4.45. Who the fuck knew that Rashad White ran 4.45? Anyway, I made a deal with the folks in the chat that every time I screwed up, I was not going to use Google. I'm not using ChatGPT. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here and I'm doing it all off the cuff. And every time I draft a player who did not run a 40, who ran a 40 faster than 4.5, I would come back this afternoon on stream, and every mistake I would eat a hot dog. So as you're you're seeing here, 5 times, 5 times. I truly don't get Puka. Cool. Oh no, I'm not logged into the draft hacker. Let me go do that before I take my first bite. Let's log in so everybody can see my exposures. All right, we're logged in. We drafted Puka Nacua. Let's have some fun. Let's go through. You're not gonna. Raphael says, "Not a listener pod. I'll watch later." If you are hoping to only listen, I am gonna put this on the podcast feed just because I want to see how many people listen. Listen to someone eating a bunch of hot dogs while drafting is something I'm fascinated to see. Yeah, malfunction. Yeah, it's only 5, but for normal human beings, that is That is a lot. Uh, my wife, the way my eyes, not my eyes, the way my wife rolled her eyes at me when I came up, right. The stream this morning was just like, let's have like I'm gonna have a coffee, let's draft the team, it'll be fun with the rule or whatever. And I go up to the wife afterwards, and it's 10 a.m. Local time, and I'm like, well, hope you didn't want to have any like dinner plans because today's gonna suck. Just FYI. All right, AJ Brown got. Oh wow, I have 38% of my Puka teams have AJ Brown. 13% of them have Lad. None of them have JT. None of them have HN. I do think that's kind of a little more popular. A bunch of them have Garrett Wilson. Whatever. Let's do HN. All right. It's time to eat a hot dog, though. Dude, you guys are killing me. Let's see. As I want to hit some of the good comments as I take the first bite of the hot dog. That's true. You guys like hot dogs a lot more than I do. Glizzy draft. Now this is content. An idiot closing in on 40-year-old with a backwards hat and a tank top on, eating hot dogs while drafting a fantasy football team. I need to rewatch. This was from when we were talking about the old hot dog video. No ketchup is psychotic. From Aaron Hernandez, by the way. Aaron Hernandez in the YouTube chat says no ketchup is psychotic. I like this take. Shout out to my friend Pat. We're taking the week off Legendary Sickos. That's why we're doing a hot dog show. He's on vacation. He's vibing. Okay, JSN. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I am the glizzy god, apparently. With buns. With buns and mustard, brother. Like I said, no ketchup. I already got buns stuck in my teeth. I probably got to pick up the pace a little bit here, though. We're in round 3. That's only one. I got mustard on my keyboard. Absolutely not. This is great. Shout out Ivan. What the hell does this mean? Oh, you're in the draft. I am the Kai. I'm on. Look at that. That is the all brown team. That's we gotta pick a better phrase. Anyway, I'm on Rising Brown, AJ Brown, Chase Brown. Brown. What's up with somebody explain ketchup love to me? Relish, whatever. I'm not a relish guy, but I at least get it. Someone explain the ketchup obsession with, like, why does everybody like ketchup so much? Tomato and tomato paste and sugar? That's bizarre. I thought I forgot paper towels at first. There we go. This is an actual, real, interesting take about sugar. We're getting. It's already. I already feel it in my stomach. Whatever. Xavier Worthy. Puka Nakua, Devon Achane, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Xavier Worthy. Oh, sure. Why not? If you hang out to the end of the show, I'll give away a free ticket. I'm not going to do the wheel, but the funniest comment in chat, decided by me over the course of the show. If you're still here at the end, I will give you a free ticket to the Drafters main event. I shouldn't say funniest. The best comment in the chat gets a free. It could be stone cold serious. I find this fucking hard to believe. I bet you think that turkey bacon tastes like bacon too. All of it. Observational comedy counts. Best ball takes count. Food takes, ketchup takes. It doesn't have to be it doesn't even have to be funny. See, this is what I'm saying. People can't even go. There's something about someone with the name Costco Matt saying that ketchup is the best. Man, no explanation needed. That's what I'm saying. No one can even explain it. We can explain it. It was just like we went to diners when we were little kids, and it had ketchup, and like your parents told you to use ketchup, and you put ketchup on everything, and it's like, why? Yeah, Jonathan says it's the big ketchup propaganda. It's funny, somebody in the stream earlier this morning that led to this fucking disaster of eating hot dogs because I mentioned that I'm near St. Louis, but I'm on the Illinois sides where I'm located. And somebody asked Collinsville, which is, I don't live in Collinsville, but I do live in general close to Collinsville. Oh, should we do a little, man, RJ Harvey's still here though? I mean, Waddle seems fine, but should we buy the RJ Harvey dip? Yay or nay? Somebody tell me before I bite into another fucking hot dog. Or do we do Waddle since we're betting on Achane? I have not drafted Jalen Waddle on. Oh no, I have 3%. Let's do RJ Harvey. I was poor and ate ketchup sandwiches when I was low on food. Can't do it anymore. Yeah, I ate like anything I would go to my grandma's house over the summer when I was a little kid, and like anything dipped in ketchup, bread, potato chips, like literally like whatever I could find, get the ketchup out, dip the stuff in the ketchup. That's what we did. You didn't know any better. That was a delicacy. That and a Kraft American cheese slices, like the lowest common denominator of cheese. Like I don't even think it's really cheese, right? The Kraft American, like it doesn't have the texture of cheese. It doesn't have a taste of cheese. Doesn't smell. But we call it cheese in America, right? And it was like ketchup with anything and Kraft American cheese slices. It's just, that was it. When you don't have any money, you figure out how to make yourself happy. And apparently that made 8-year-old me happy, I guess. Yeah. 100% most Midwest. That's my life. Yeah, it's cheese product. It's not cheese. It is a cheese product. It's like Cheese Whiz. That shit ain't cheese. All right. I don't even know what I got distracted. Anyway, I'm nearby Collinsville. Collinsville is a hop, skip, and a jump away from me. Collinsville has, Google it right now if you're sitting here on your phone or whatever, world's biggest ketchup bottle. Look up Collinsville, Illinois, world's biggest ketchup bottle. It's what they're most famous for. Why? I'll be honest with you. I have no fucking idea. But the ketchup bottle at in Collinsville, Illinois. Funny how this all comes back full circle. There we go. You tasted more of the plastic from the singles than anything. Catsup. That's correct. Catsup. Shout out Mac. Name another best ball community where you can hang out and talk ball with the boys while you watch a man miserably consume 5 glizzies. That's true. That is true. Give it another 30 seconds, Rob, and we'll hit another most Midwest thing I've ever heard. See how many of the most Midwest things we can hit. I bet it's pretty high. I mean, I have a fucking Darius Miles jersey behind me. A flamed out NBA player who didn't live up to the hype is one of my favorite players of all time. We're built fucking different in the Midwest. We're loyal. I agree with this. 4-story picnic basket building. What the fuck does that even mean? Seriously. What does that mean? What town? Grilled cheese dipped in ketchup is great, but dipped in ranch is how I actually don't think I've ever dipped a grilled cheese in ranch. And I've dipped a lot of things in ranch. I'm okay with this. Grilled cheese with tomato on top of it, like get a little fancy. In the Midwest, here's the most Midwest shit you've heard in the last minute. In the Midwest, if you put any stuff on top of the grilled cheese, they'll call it like on the menu. They'll call it like fancy grilled cheese, and it's like tomatoes. Like you put some fucking tomatoes and like some mayonnaise or something on there. They're like, this is fancy grilled cheese. More Midwest. Former Blazers Darius Miles. Yeah, we remember from the Clippers days. 2 taps to the head. Darius Miles, etc. But I agree. Dropped 48 in a game. Tony Pollard. Sure, let's do Tony Pollard. Yeah, the username Costco Matt being bougie with fancy toppings on it. Like grilled cheese is bread and cheese. It's grilled cheese. Tomatoes, fucking apples and pears and all this bullshit that these people put on there. No, sir. Oh, Long Burger or whatever the hell it's called. I remember those days. I remember. I remember when that was the Ponzi scheme, right? Everybody get together and have all the like this was rampant in the Midwest. Longaburger baskets. It was like everybody get together. You have a party. The wives and stuff would have a party, and they all come and they drink wine and they order these long burger baskets. My mom had a fucking million of them around the house. Well, I truly don't understand how that happened. Let's see. I mean, I don't really know how to not take Jordan Mason. I also just realized I haven't finished the third. This is number 3. That's true. Bernie Madoff is one of the most fascinating human beings of all time. So they built a long burger basket, built a 4-story basket building. Interesting. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to send it to my mother after we're done with this, once I take a nap. Long burger basket. Straight Ponzi scheme. And everybody in the Midwest fell for it. Yeah. There you go. Berg versus adult. That's the adult grilled cheese. Like, motherfucker, you put tomatoes on a grilled cheese sandwich. That it doesn't make it adult. That's what it was. It would be just like, we're gonna put some tomatoes and tomatoes and some garlic aioli. And it's like, you put tomatoes and mayo on top of a fucking grilled cheese sandwich. It's not an adult grilled cheese. But that's what we do. Definitely in the Midwest. 7 stories. Best ball is kind of like a Ponzi scheme. I'm not going to argue with you. All right, I got 2 hot dogs left to go. We're in round 9. I also just realized I'm a little overly zoomed in there. We're just kicked off round 9, so I'm going to take a round breather or so before we get down these last 2. I'm feeling all right. I haven't eaten today. I had some beef jerky after their show this morning. And that's it. Rob is if anybody needs to know anything about picnic baskets, picnic baskets, long burger baskets. I'll be honest with you. Collinsville having the world's largest ketchup bottle and long burger baskets coming up on the when I woke up this morning, there was just never. What do you think you're going to be doing? We're back on the clock. I'm actually trying to get I to be like serious for like 2 seconds about best ball. I'm gonna get to at least like normal exposures on Keon. Not a player I liked, not a prospect I liked. I full faded Keon Coleman last year, but I'm kind of into it at these new prices. They don't have any fucking outside wide receivers. It's only Keon and Josh Palmer. Everybody else is a slot receiver or a tight end. So I'm into it. So this is good. So this is fair. Ivan says, you can't say I haven't eaten today after 3 hot dogs. That is true. Also, RGT, speaking of blast from the past and very much Midwest things, went to Chuck E. Cheese today. I'm 100% eating healthier and like having I'm having a healthier day than you are. Good. And brother, there ain't nobody that loved that. I'm a late 80s baby. I'm a 90s kid. Chuck E. Cheese was like our fucking, where do you want to have your birthday? Chuck E. Cheese. I want to play skee ball and I want to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game. Period. Give me some coins. Like, that's what we did. Like, I did not realize that Chuck E. Cheese was still around though. The one by me closed. It's close. They operate a ghost kitchen out of the old Chuck E. Cheese. Showbiz Pizza. Okay. Eventually, I'm gonna have to draft the quarterback or a tight end, I think. But I do like Sharp's just a tiny little tick after ADP, and none of my guys. Purdy gone. Allen gone. Let's just do Sharps, and I do need to start to think about quarterback. So these are the kinds of things I'm unfamiliar with as a Midwesterner. Like, is Chuck E. Cheese also an East Coast thing? Is Chuck E. Cheese? There's no way Chuck E. Cheese is on the West Coast, right? But those are the. Has anybody watched the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode of what's it called? They make fun of Chuck E. Cheese and like the Chuck E. Cheese ish type things. It's a very funny episode. But looking back, like at the time, you're like, yeah, there's just a rat and his buddies, his animal buddy animatronic up there. One's playing the drums and one's singing and one's playing guitar, and like that's just like normal. We're like a bunch of like 12-year-olds, and the parents are sitting out there like getting drunk. The kids are diving through the ball pit, right? Climbing around, jumping up on the skee ball tables. And like, honest to God, all I wanted to do skee ball and the video games, and most importantly, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game. Was it Turtles in Time? Yeah, Turtles in Time. Like, that's it. Boise, Idaho had Chuck E. Cheese. We used to do Chuck E. Cheese as a treat after the dentist and loved it. I went into one recently. Really? It's the same. There's no updates? Have them in Utah, Seattle, Canada. Canada had Chuck E. Cheese. Chicago. The one near us is closed. Discovery Zone. Yeah, they went out of business because it was an action park for children. You sign a little fucking waiver or whatever, but you can't get out of a lawsuit. Kid breaks his neck. Yeah. I truly didn't know. It makes sense that Chuck E. Cheese was nationwide, but I didn't know. Oh yeah, it was like a ball pit that was like, how many kids you think peed in that space at Discovery Zone? Oh my God! All right, dog number 4. Whoa, hold on. Offense taken. I'm gonna take Lawrence because I can backstack him. Major offense taken. God forgive me, Edward. I've been out of the Midwest many times. Actually, I used to travel like an absolute shit ton, and I don't anymore because I'm old. But forgive me for being an adult and not seeing where the nearest fucking Chuck E. Cheese is everywhere that I've traveled. Forgive me for not knowing that fact. I'm obviously kidding. Can't forget the freaky Chuck E. Cheese band that played. Yeah, dude, wild. Like when we look back on all those things that were just like normal for us, absolutely wild. Can we at least comment on the Canadian talking about the American Midwest? Our guy Chris from Toronto talking about us Midwesterners. Shaking my head. this is we didn't realize back then that our parents were just like doing anything they possibly could to not have to watch us. Dude, I was out. If school wasn't going on, I was not at my house. We were playing baseball or basketball or riding bikes or, playing football, whatever. Like we were doing whatever, all the local kids. And they were just like, whatever, fucking get away from me. I don't care what you do. Just like come home at some point. Yeah, I don't even care if you eat dinner. Tough shit. If you don't want to eat, that's your life. So when it was like weekends and stuff, when it was, damn, JJ McCarthy. Sure. They just wanted to get us out of their hair. You know what I mean? Get some booze. Let the kids run around Chuck E. Cheese. Give them some fucking tokens. Be angry with the other parents. Chuck E. Cheese, the DraftKings of kids play. Yeah, exactly. Bradley says people forget Chuck E. Cheese. There's a reason. That's the thing. We didn't know this as kids. The parents knew this. The parents knew. They're like, yeah, give the kids some fucking tokens. Let them go play these stupid video games and jump in the piss pits. And like, I'm going to get drunk and forget that I have these shitty ass kids that are annoying the hell out of me. Right? Let them go play their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Give them some tokens, and I'm going to drink beer. Yeah, he is. Walter says, JJ McCarthy, very on brand for the Midwest talk draft from Illinois, and of course played at Michigan. 5-star recruit, left his high school because he went to IMG. Look it up for me. I think he went to IMG, one of the big football factories. That's why we don't love JJ McCarthy in Illinois. But I'm not an Illinois fan or anything like that. But he left us. Like Luther Burden stayed, right? Like Darius Miles, you see right behind me, stayed at Eastside. That's what East St. Louis. Luther Burden stayed at East St. Louis, right? JJ McCarthy ran off to the old football factory like a fucking coward. I'm definitely in full. So I got, this is not a bite for like this is like 3 bites for my wife, but we'll call it a bite that's left. And one more dog. Ooh, Goddard. Who's behind me? Will you guys let me have Brenton Strange, please? Ooh. Because I do really like Dobbins, but I have Harvey. Let's skip. I don't have Ferg on like any of these teams, as you saw, being serious for 2 seconds. A lot of zeros here across the screen on the Jake Ferguson. This is interesting. Peter Piper Pizza in Arizona doesn't. It's better. I was just going to say I'm going to look this up after this, but I don't think I want my Google search history at 37 years old. This is bad enough. This is This is already putting me on like an FBI watch list, eating hot dogs, drafting a fantasy football team on a Friday afternoon. I don't want to be looking up, kids play places. Probably like I don't even want to know what kind of list that gets you on, but nonetheless, interesting. Who's the best guy you've seen come up through East St. Louis? Well, D Miles in basketball. Honestly, Burden was the best high school football. I don't know if anybody remembers Terry Hawthorne. He was closer to around my time. Terry Hawthorne, just because I believe he was around, like I said, I'm trying to think of when Terry Hawthorne graduated. After me, he's younger than me, but he is 35. So Terry Hawthorne, he is a coach at Southern Illinois University. All right, thank you for letting me get Brenton Strange. I'm feeling good. I'm actually like totally cool with this team. But yeah, Darius Miles is on there. I played against Tommy Liddell in high school, basketball player. We didn't play. I played East St. Louis in like little league football, but not in my high school is a little smaller than East Side, and they're the best team literally every year, like in our area. So they kind of travel and play a lot of other teams, which is funny because they're not. It's public school. It's just the town of East St. Louis. Darius Miles, Burden, and I'm shouting out. Shout out Terry Hawthorne, cornerbacks coach at Carbondale. He was fun to watch. He went to Illinois. He played for the Steelers. Had a cup of coffee with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Terry Hawthorne, but went to Illinois. yeah, exactly. IMG. Yeah, I thought it was IMG that McCarthy went to. I am the Kai says East St. Louis as well. We didn't even go to Belleville because it was too close. Yeah. It's an interesting area around here. Yeah. I won't comment on it too much, but I would venture to guess most people, definitely most people in the best ball world, would not dare step foot in East St. Louis, like right now, sun shining, daytime. It's a unique area that we live in. For the Belleville schools nearby here, they I don't know what they're doing this upcoming year, but last year they stopped letting fans in, and only students. So you had to show your student ID to get into the game because it was there's people getting shot and stabbed and all that kind of stuff. It's an interesting time and an interesting place. Yeah, but hella good football. Extremely good football. I saw the question from Costco, Matt. Don't worry. We're gonna come back to it. But I got to get De'Ami Brown on this team to get my Jag stack. Real football cues. When you're drafting JJ McCarthy, do you prefer Jalen Naylor or Ty Felton as a last round pick? I prefer Ty Felton, which is funny because if you hung around last year, I drafted a shit ton of Jalen Naylor, and that worked. It wasn't like awesome, but Jalen Naylor was useful as a last round pick or so, especially on drafters. But I think if we're reading the tea leaves, Ty Felton is a third round pick. The old I could make it really, I could really mislead people by using phrases like day 2 pick. Ty Felton was a day 2 pick. He was picked on the same day as Quinshon Judkins, and Quinshon Judkins goes in the 7th round. Can you imagine getting Ty Felton in the last round? He was picked on the same day as Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson. Travion Henderson goes in the 6th round. Ty Felton goes in the last round. Both day 2 picks. Obviously being stupid, but I'd just rather bet on the rookie 3rd round pick. I think his skill set fits too. He's I think he wasn't only a slot at Maryland. He's a little older. I don't like totally love him as a prospect, though he was good this past year. I think he's the upside play. That's who I would take. I do like Darius Slayton actually, but come on, Jarquez Hunter, and probably done at running back. Maybe we'll see. I think this is fair. I think this is totally fair. If you don't want to take a stand, but if I'm picking who am I going to have more exposure to, I would take the third round rookie. This is funny. How is the banner at the top not bugging you with we're starting hot dog number 5 here, round 16. I'm quite full. I just want it known. I can't eat like I used to unless I have some performance enhancers, booze or weed. But I can't eat quite like I used to. Certainly can't talk and eat and drink and all that kind of stuff like I used to. But no, the slows. I'm distracted. I'm talking to you guys and I'm eating fucking hot dogs. But I'm not it doesn't bother me. The slow pick stuff at the top bothers you guys? Good question. Most tempting air quotes bad picks. Oh, slam dunk, because we talked about him earlier and I do like him. He was talked about in the Discord. If you're sitting here hanging out, hop in the Spike Week Discord. If you're a free member, you're only going to get access to like the live stream channel, draft review, some other stuff. If you're a subscriber, get access to everything. But we talked about in the Discord this morning, Kendre Miller. That's my most tempting bad pick for sure. Absolutely not. Actually, I don't know. They are good quality. Whoever it was that asked me about or talked to me this morning about the quality of the wieners, I did make sure. Is there a good thing? Like by definition, a hot dog is like bad quality, right? Like that's the point. You can't have a good quality. I don't think, right? I don't think so. I'm not doing. I think I'm supposed to take Darnold, but I'm not fucking doing it. I think I should. I think I'm supposed to take Kendre now, right? I do need a tight end though. I actually like Higbee on drafters. I get the Ferguson stuff, but the nice thing about drafters is I don't the late season risk is far less concerning with Tyler Higbee. Clint wanted Darnold. So hold on. Okay. Tim likes the Costco hot dogs. Muscles, liver, and heart is what a hot dog is made out of. I just knew it was all the leftover shit, right? Again, I'm a Midwestern. I'm a ignorant Midwesterner. That's why I'm eating 5 hot dogs, because I didn't know how fast Miles Sanders ran his fucking 40 time. So you have to forgive me. What the hell does this mean? Organic, grass-fed, 100% beef hot dogs. What the fuck does that mean? That's not a hot dog, right? Someone explain it to me. Someone explain it to me. This is a great take, by the way, while we're talking about hot dogs. Jack said, Jack was, shout out to you, Jack. I'm a moron and wasn't on Ertz. I was on fucking Senate. But Higbee feels we're like anointed. We're like so concerned about the veteran because of they drafted this rookie tight end in the second round. But like, what if they're good? What if the Rams are good and Higbee is good? Why would they ever bench him? It's certainly possible that Terrence Ferguson takes over, but like, especially on drafters, I get to reap all the rewards of every week until they bench him, right? They're worth just as much. Wide receiver is probably so. I took Higbee. I don't mind doing a little Rams thing at the end here. Little Rams mini stack Higbee 2-2. So it depends. So the low quality stuff puts all the bullshit in there, and it's straight beef. But as a you have to excuse my my ignorance. I just thought like a hot dog by nature couldn't be like 100% grass. Like then that's not a hot dog. It's something else, right? I don't know. I you're hearing like straight ignorance coming from me. 2 more bites. He really did. I think that's giving me unnecessary confidence in Higbee, especially on drafters. Came back at the end of the year, and he was good. Relatively speaking. Get the 100% grass-fed. What is it? Okay, Midwest foie grass fed. Whatever all the catchphrases that we use. It's like the best ball world, by the way, picked up on like we got to use all these catchphrases, just like all the stores. It's like if you put that it's limited edition. I just watched the Beanie Baby movie on Apple TV. Has anybody watched the Beanie Baby Beanie Bubble? Zach Galifianakis and whoever else. And that's what they before Beanie Babies became a thing, they were not selling at all. And one of the gals just like called them limited edition. They did end up actually becoming limited edition. They used that as a sales tactic, but originally they were not limited edition. She just made it up that they were limited edition. Like that's what we do. That's what is happening with this hot dog bullshit. 100% grass fed beef, whatever. It's like it's a fucking hot dog. Is it a hot dog or is it not a hot dog? Well, that's what we do in the best ball world too. It's like this is unique roster construction. It's like what? Say what you mean. Don't say like don't use all these catchphrases, which I do this too. We all do it. It's very stupid. All right. I got 2 bites of the hot dog left. We spread it out well. I don't know how many more I could have done, though. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I said, did somebody take Kendre? Oh shit. Yeah, somebody took Kendre. So let's do Jalen Royals then. Why do you think our generation chases all the bullshit? Chase the crypto, chase the NFTs, chase the top shots, chase best ball, chase DFS, chase poker, chase all of it. When we were young, this was the shit. Baseball cards, Pokemon cards, Beanie Babies. We were taught get rich quick schemes at the age of 6 or whatever. Chase Trey Lance, fucking Ponzi. Right? We chased it all. Longaburger baskets. What was the like wasn't there like a Tupperware company that was the same thing? The candles, like all this shit. Supplements, Advocare. Is anybody familiar with Advocare? Another fucking Ponzi scheme. Like all this ridiculous stuff. We chased all of it. I did not chase Alexander Madison, Chris. Hang out with us for the rest of the summer. You won't chase these garbage ass running backs. Hot dog done. Mary Kay. Cabbage Patch. Dumpster Pail. Did my draft? I think my draft froze, by the way. Oh, no, we're good. Hey. Come on. Avon. Yep. Like the list goes on. And every time it's the new greatest idea. We did it. Oh, Jesus. I'll be honest with you. Achane, Harvey, Pollard, Mason, Sharps, Hunter. Kind of feels good. The Ram stack looks good. Let's do if you guys been watching, I'm taking some Devon Vele. I know it's disgusting. He's like 30 years old, but I think he's gonna rise a lot. The Broncos are just hyping this guy to the absolute fucking moon. Broncos beats Ben Albright and stuff are like, it's Vele season. Vele is the star of mini camp and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I can like, close my eyes and pretend like it's not happening, or I can just say, let's just take some. What's the worst thing that happens in the 20th fucking round? There's worse players. He's probably gonna play. What does that mean? I don't know. Yeah, Pokemon, big time. De'Ami Brown is good at football. Dopamine, powerful chemical. The most, dare I say, the most. Side effects of eating 5 hot dogs is you may draft a 28-year-old year 2 wide receiver with no juice and proceed to sell him to chat. 100%. This is true. But like, wouldn't you take if Vele is Lil Jordan Humphrey, Saints Lil Jordan Humphrey, would not Broncos Lil Jordan Humphrey, or Marquez Callaway? It's not like a big win in the last round. Yeah, notably De'Ami also fast. Hilarious that De'Ami Brown is on this team because De'Ami Brown is part of what caused me to eat a goddamn extra hot dog today. But let's run down the team. I believe the first time I took Devon Achane, at least in the draft, there's $20, which this is only my 16 team. In the $20, I got 50 something or 60 something or whatever. In the $2. Fair. You know it, Jack. If you haven't, I assume you already have. But for anybody that's unaware, if you use promo code Spike on Drafters, if you have not signed up for Drafters, use promo code Spike. You can get 100%, right? So deposit $100. They'll give you a free $100. They're also part of why we love Drafters is if you draft 10, 25, or 50 teams up to every one of those milestones, you get a free ticket if you draft them by June 30th. So basically, before July comes, if you draft 10 teams, they'll give you a free one. If you draft 25 teams, they'll give you a free ticket. You draft 50, you'll get a free ticket. You can go all the way up to 150. I'm not trying to push anybody to draft 150 teams in the next couple of weeks, but you can get some free tickets as well, right? So if you haven't played there before, get $100. That's 5 free teams. Then they'll hand you a few more free teams. Later in the summer, they're gonna have promos, like flash promos over the course of the weekend. They'll give away free tickets for drafting a few teams over the weekend. They'll give away like a bunch of free stuff on Drafters. So sorry. See, I don't even have it right. I need you guys. There's too many 100% grass-fed boy burgers or whatever dogs in my stomach right now. I was doing the math on the calories while I was at the store, and that's a lot of calories for not much nutritional value. When you add in the buns, right? Add in a bun and do 5 hot dogs. God damn. That's it's really disgusting. I love the slows. You guys just quickly. You guys see the slows that I have going here all across the top of your screen. They have the best slow draft technology bar none, in my opinion, on drafters. I don't think it's particularly close. They'll like the app is great, but then if you're drafting on desktop, they'll kind of like I mean, they have this on the app too, but like the what I call the pills across the top. So you like always know how many you're on the clock, how far away you are, all that kind of stuff right in front of you is it's awesome. Easily. And I haven't I didn't even eat before just now, but I ate so many, so many calories. All right, let's run down my team really quickly. Trevor Lawrence and JJ McCarthy at quarterback, the Illinois boy, JJ McCarthy, as aptly noted earlier. Devon Achane, like I said, I haven't taken Achane much. So I kind of enjoyed just a little bit of a unique build here. RJ Harvey, but I'm buying the dip, honestly, on RJ. I'm also drafting J.K. Dobbins, but I'm buying the dip on RJ Harvey. Tony Pollard, Jordan Mason, Zach Charbonnet, Jarquez Hunter. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good running back room. It's a nice little blend, right? HAN needs to be a stud. And then I can, even if Harvey isn't a superstar right away, we can bide our time with the rest of that running back room. Built out the little Rams kind of secondary stack. Jarquez Hunter, you saw there, right into Puka Nacua in the first round. Zach Charbonnet also with Jackson Smith and Jigba. Xavier Worthy, don't have a ton. Honestly, I'm not in love with Xavier Worthy at his price, but I'm willing to have some. Juwan Jennings, Keon Coleman, De'Ami Brown, Tutu Atwell, Jalen Royals, Devon Vele. I like that. That's a get a like a back and forth between some youthful upside, a Jalen Royals in a rookie, De'Ami and like he's never gonna be a superstar, but he's useful, especially on drafters. Same thing with Devon Vele, same thing with Tutu. Some big swings in JSN and Xavier Worthy. I like it, a 3 tight end team because my first tight end was not picked until pick 152 in Jake Ferguson, Brenton Strange to go with De'Ami Brown stacked with Trevor Lawrence. I'm cool with that. And Tyler Higbee to build out this like Rams thing. I really love stacking the Rams without Stafford. I know people will say you should, if you're stacking the Rams, why don't you just take Stafford? Because I kind of can get all the Stafford stuff. DraftKings could be a potential place where I would take some Stafford stuff. He is a little expensive over there. But with the 300-yard bonus, I think it's a little bit better. But getting it, Jarquez Hunter, Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, Tyler Higbee, like kind of buying the Rams as a little secondary stack alongside my Jags, right? Jags, like not really Vikings, but just like plopping JJ McCarthy in for Matthew Stafford. I'm a big fan. Yeah, Clint says Stafford gets sniped so much. The people love Stafford. So just like give me the Rams and I won't worry about Stafford. Cam Akers to the Saints. That's hilarious. RIP to Kendre Miller. But we got to give away a ticket. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't doing a very good job of keeping track of the comments. There's definitely some stuff earlier that was outstanding from you guys. I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling back a little bit, and I just want to make sure I don't forego any of you guys with awesome. I want to give a shout. I want to give a shout. Walter's been hanging out with us. Walter dropped a bunch of awesome comments, both inquisitive asking about East St. Louis. You played to my heartstrings, right? You were playing it up to the host, leading the witness, if you will, asking about East St. Louis, bringing the full Midwest vibes over. We will spin the wheel next show for sure. But Walter, shoot me a message on Twitter or in Discord or whatever, wherever your heart desires, you would like to hit me up. Please feel free, and I'll make sure you get a free ticket to the Drafters main event. We'll be giving away for all the rest of you guys. Dude, guys, thank you so much. You made this so much fun. I appreciate you guys. We'll give away a bunch more free tickets over the course of the summer, so you guys can have a chance to win. Like I said, I very biasedly wanted to give away someone who was asking me about the places that I'm from, the people and the memories that I have here. Thank you guys for hanging out in the chat. I never would have made it through without you guys, with an incredible amount of genius, hilarious, and insightful comments. I appreciate you guys. And Rob will be back on Sunday. I'm going to try to get a recorded video out tomorrow, so there will be no live show. We're pausing Legendary Sickos for a week while Pat is in New York with the fam and doing some family stuff. Everybody deserves to spend some family time. And like I mentioned, Rob will be back with you guys on Sunday morning for another draft stream. And I'm going to try to get a video out to you guys tomorrow on the channel and, of course, on the podcast feed. But everybody have an incredible weekend. Again, thank you for hanging out. I'm never going to eat a hot dog ever again. I'm glad to survive better than I survived last time. Go Pacers. Shout out to our Pacers fans. We're rooting for the Pacers against the Thunder tonight. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.
Woo! Those were some spicy takes. Want to stay up to date with all of the other spicy takes we're going to have over here at Spike Week? Why don't you press that subscribe button below? You turn notifications on, we draft a team, boom, you know about it. We have another spicy take, boom, you know about it. You can be there. You can draft with us. You want to stay up to date? That's how you do it. All right, we'll catch you later next time here at Spike Week.